It could be a good idea to go back to check the mines and everything. Uh, Especially the clay golem. Like I feel we could easily beat him. Like if we set it up correctly.
The thing you have to remember is to get to the clay golem. We have to go through the mines again, the, all the Iron Tide's base is the undead.
Oh, that's there.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
they're
no, you have to go through the Iron Tide base to get to the underground tunnels that will lead to the clay golem.
oh,
yeah.
shites.
So
Same
there is
thing
a
with
chance of random encounters
the
for
other
sure.
one.
So that is
Okay.
the risk of
Because
that.
oh,
Yeah,
But
the clay
hmm.
golem and the dark ruins. They're all
Welcome back
in
when
there.
welcome back when Gotrek will be here because he's a cleric. I don't.
He's like one or two levels cleric. Most of him, I don't even remember what he's mostly built up.
that's that's enough for what the level
Turn
the
undead.
yeah turn undead.
I think he's level 3. He's level 3 cleric, so he has spiritual weapon.
Ooh, nice.
And we just
Well,
leveled up,
I'm
so.
not sure if Roderick is coming back, honestly. So
Yeah.
he's kind of been MIA, and he hasn't really said much to me. Well, I don't know. Why don't you
It is
guys
what it is,
just
so.
put your vote in chat of what you want to do?
Do you want a recap?
Yeah, I was gonna go to the recap
Good idea.
after we discuss this.
I guess ASEC would be a
All
good
right.
idea.
So yeah,
We'll come back afterwards anyway.
why don't we have? Well, let's see. It'd be Oliver's turn to scribe, if that is okay, Oliver.
Yeah, that's fine.
After him would be Dotor, if you want. I don't know. Well, all right, I'll say Oliver.
So
So
I'll be the one for the next week.
yeah, you'd be technically Roderick is in the front, but again, I have not heard from him.
Perfect.
Let me try to message him because
Yeah.
I think he's online actually.
It's just a bit sad for him. Like he's missing a lot of it. So, but it happens.
Yeah, like.
Oh boy. Oh, gain. that uh, that sleep deprivation sounds a lot. Can be heard.
Alright, well, why don't we have Damien give us a recap of last time?
Alright. Last time, the Misfits in the battle of life or death, they managed to survive by the skin of their teeth and save both Sayara and Okard. Upon rescuing the two, Okard formally grants Dotor his freedom, along with a masterwork dagger. From contemplating on what to do next, the group ultimately decides to exit the mine and rest outside in the hills, before eventually scouting the remaining Iron Tide mining camps for Urdul and other survivors. The first camp they come across to the east seemed to be overrun by ghouls, so the group heads northward towards the last remaining camp, having to fight off an ogre with 3 arms corrupted by the necrotic energies. Coming upon the last camp, the group manages to find Urdul and roughly 20 other Iron Tide survivors. Filling in Ogard and Urdul about the Shadow Lord, the remaining Iron Tide decides to join up with the Misfits in accordance to their previous alliance agreements and head towards Isaac.
Alright, so it is the 53rd of fall at 8 a.m. You just finished your rest. You were not interrupted, luckily. It seems that this is pretty far away from the main mine, so Not any of the ghouls come up this way. What do you want to do? The sun is rising on this cool fall day. The breeze is blowing across the plains. With the small wooden wall around the encampment can't keep it out.
I'll pull Ogard and Verdul aside, along with the group, and I'll let them know that when we were in the church, you heard the story that Oliver told you last night, where we'd see echoes of the past, and in one of those echoes, we saw the Shadow Lord. What possess? Is that the right word? Possess Galen.
When was this? Orcar asks. Says you told me a bit about your visit to
when we
this
entered.
church, but you didn't tell me much in detail. Was this before or after our encounter with him?
I'm not sure when you encountered him, but it seemed that he had just acquired the ring in these shows, wherever that fits in the timeline.
He says the ring. Are you sure it was the same one? He says, are you sure it was the same ring?
You cut out.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Yeah, now I can.
It's weird. He says, are you sure it was the same ring? One of the keys.
It looks like it.
He says, well, that was much more recent. He says, I don't know how he would have had time to go on that expedition while he was in contact with us. I don't know if that's right.
Alright, quick question, Orcard. How long have you known Blackwater?
He says, he first contacted me about 2 months ago, asking me to bring my people to help him with his little endeavor.
Which would make sense because Blackwater vanished for how long did we know Blackwater? Did we know Blackwater vanished? Because if the time dilation worked on us, it would have worked on him.
Yeah, he disappeared. What was it?
It was
I
2
think
years
it
ago,
was
no?
like 2 years ago when he disappeared for a bit.
Okay.
That's what you had heard.
Okay.
So it couldn't have been the same ring because he didn't have it back then, from what Orcar told you.
Well, from what we know,
Oh wait, am I?
the
Hang
ring.
on. Did he always have the ring? No, I think he. I'm pretty sure
He found a ring in the cursed church.
Yeah, but that wasn't the ring, the one that he wears now.
No, it might not be. Just know it's a ring he found. We've been assuming it was the Isaac ring.
Yeah.
So yeah, you think he would have gotten the Isaac ring after he was possessed?
Possessed. Okay.
Yeah. There are rumors he disappeared for some time, about 2 years ago.
And the cursed church works as a time dilation thing, which basically every hour that worked inside the church like a day would pass outside.
He says, so even a small amount of time inside the church, one would be missing for quite a while.
And we were
I mean,
only
we
in
were
there
only in there 2.5
for like a-
hours and 15 days passed. Yeah.
He says, that couldn't be right then if it was a day per hour. You would have had to have been in there 15 hours, unless the calculation is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he only would have had to have been in the church for 15 hours. It doesn't mean he was pleasant. It was nice. There was the time he was. I mean, there was the time when he went in with his men, went looking for something, managed to find it, and then got captured by Malik. And then you had the whole thing that was going on about him trying to be possessed. I mean, none of that's quick and easy.
Ardul says, I was talking about your group. You said you were in there 2 hours and 15 days had passed. Or did I miss
Yeah,
it?
no, I don't entirely.
Wrong.
He says, are you sure
So
you
like
weren't in there?
an hour is roughly a week.
We were in there 2.5. We were in there 2.5 hours, and 15 days passed. I would just. I don't know. I have it written down somewhere. The time dilation difference. I just can't remember where I've got it written down.
He says, well,
Yeah, we were there for 2.5 hours. It was 15 days. Each hour is roughly
Yeah, it'd be a week.
6 days.
so
Be like 7 days. Yeah.
whatever the
6,
Now it's
7
7 days.
how dangerous is this possessor to Blackwater? Do you know anything about this this creature or person?
He claims to know how to conquer the cataclysms, if they even exist.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're doing this.
Card says, cataclysms. You speak of the cycles that occur once every 2,000 years. I thought they were just a legend.
Yeah, I think so too, but I guess there's always some truth to every legend, right?
He looks to Erdul. Erdul would say, oh, the cycles are quite real. But we need not concern ourselves, as we will all be long dead before the next cataclysm. Still, the claim that someone could stop them is quite bold.
And he says that lies in physics.
How much of a head start does he have on us? Erdul says.
Well, when we left the cursed church, 5 days. That's excluding whatever it took for him to do this to you all.
So roughly a week.
Roughly.
Well, we do have one of the keys at least, right?
Indeed.
So that should keep him from gaining access to whatever he seeks. Still, I don't know how long we should let him be unattended in Issyk. If he does,
The thing
find a
I'm
way-
concerned about is
Hmm?
the thing I'm concerned about is if Mallet, who's now possessing Blackwater, did the cursed church. Issyk's renowned for being full of undead. Could that have been a mentor or another student like Malik who was just better? Are we walking into another type of terrifying undead thing?
Erdul would say, what do you mean?
Malik tried to create a soul shard when he did the cursed church during the wedding 50 years ago. a dwarven priestess named Luzana Jadeful managed to counter him by a ritual of her own that sealed the place, which is what trapped whatever he was doing there and interrupted it. The thing is, Issek's renowned for being full of undead. So is it possible that Issek is a successful achievement of someone who is trying to create a soul gem?
So the thing that happened at the church, as well as what happened here at the Iron Tide, they're saying that.
I mean, assuming he was trying to make a soul gem with you lot and not just after you because he wanted to find the dagger.
Well, I don't know how much about the magics that affected Issek, but that would make sense. It is overrun with the undead. He says perhaps 100 years ago, when Issek fell, it was due to a similar ritual. Perhaps even one performed by this Malik. What does any of this have to do with stopping the cataclysms, though?
Oh, he claims that by finding these items, he can reach a city that has the power to stop the cataclysm.
Oh yeah, what did he call it? The first city or something?
Night weather.
Night weather?
Yeah.
Yes, the legendary city the humans claim they all originated from when they first came to Gaian. The humans, dwarves, and I believe gnomes and halflings, the outsider races. He says I assumed it was just some sort of legend, but no one knows much about it. Certainly there's been, as far as I know, no one's ever been there. Much like the cataclysms, it's a bit shrouded in mystery. Orcard says, enough talk of old tales. We should get moving. We have to catch up to Blackwater and make sure he doesn't claim our prize. Or Malik, or whoever this person is.
I don't
Grips
think
the
he
blade of
can
his
claim the
katana.
prize. I don't think he can claim the prize without the 3 keys.
He says,
I
why
think
would he go there?
whatever he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's,
perhaps he's figured out a way to open it with only 2.
I don't think he has. I think it's more he's being forced to do this. I think he thought the Iron Tide had the key, the 3rd key. He got impatient of waiting for us, and then decided to come here and do this to the Iron Tide to get the 3rd key. Orcard didn't get transformed, who was holding the key. And so, realizing that it failed or that they didn't have the key, he moved on to Issik, realizing it had gone.
You saying this, anyone with Arcana training might know something. DC 15, if you want to give it a check.
No training.
Wah, wah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm dumb as a rock, so I don't know much about Arcana.
So,
And I can't make myself. Fucking hell.
So Erdul kind of thinks a bit and says,
I bardic Erdul. Erdul can roll a bardic.
say, come Erdul,
You can
you
roll a
must know
D8.
something.
Like, come on, Erdul, think harder.
Alright, hang on.
Think you
Think,
bastard,
Bardol,
think!
think!
Well, Erdul would say it's most likely a ritual with that much power behind it. It would take time to set up, days, maybe even weeks. My guess is that Blackwater or Malik may have been planning this attack on us for a while, maybe as sort of a backup plan in case things went poorly. He says, did you see any strange markings within the caves, any ruins to suggest a ritual had been performed? My guess is he would have hit them well, or at least somewhere in the surrounding area.
Yeah, but to do that, you'd have to have gone there.
He says, well, maybe he had.
Pretty sure any of you would have noticed.
Well, the markings on the door. No.
No, not the church. He's on about in the Iron Tide base.
Ah.
He says, "My guess is
Not
if
on-
we scoured the countryside, we'd find some markings to suggest magical incantations. I guess what he did now is not important. If we had noticed them before, we might have been able to prevent this." Orcard says, "Exactly. There's nothing left for us to do but to follow him." That's
I agree.
That's what I think, anyway. He says, "So I
And
know
we-
that your group has its own strange plans. So if you need rations or if you have anything else you wish to do before we depart, do it, but make it quick."
I can feed us. Be quite good in the forest. But I can only feed us. You and your people will have to feed yourself.
He looks very dull. He says, "Our food supplies are all right, but most of our food is still with the quartermaster." He says, damn it. There's a lot of supplies we'd be leaving behind, though we don't have many to carry them." He says, "What's our count? What's our camp size?"
I think
did
you have
give
20?
their- Yeah, they have their guards, which I think I added to your camp already.
Yep.
Yeah, we have 31 guards, 20 of them came from the Iron Tide, and 16 laborers.
So he says if we can get those supplies out, it would make things easier. Though we do have some people who can hunt.
You remember we're going to a place that's been decimated by undead. I don't think there's a lot of game around to hunt.
He says, "Do we risk an attack on the mines?"
How much do we need? How much supplies do we need? How much supplies, Orcard, would you suggest we need before we go?
He says, "Well, the quartermaster had several thousand days worth of rations to feed the whole Iron Tide. At this point, we don't need that much, obviously, but a couple of hundred would help keep our camps fed."
How, considering how big and how much our people can carry, how much could we actually get from your quartermaster if we manage to find his supplies?
He says, "Well, like I said, there's probably several thousand days worth of rations."
Can we take all of it? Do we have enough people to get it all in one go?
He says, "Perhaps, no, we don't have any of our carriages anymore." He says, "Do we have anything that could help us carry that much?" Well,
Yeah.
as I said, a couple
Do we
of
have
hundred-
barrows?
Of what?
Some barrows, some wheelbarrows, or something like that can help.
He says,
Yeah,
well,
we had a cart, but I think we left it in car.
He says, we have enough people to carry it. Our people have backpacks and ways to transport it. It would just be getting it out of
Okay.
the mine."
So the question's
about,
this: do we want to take all our people and try and get the quartermaster supplies, or do we want to try and find a way of talking to the druids, or do we just want to go after Blackwater?
He says, "Iara." And she kind of walks over to this point. She says, "Yes, Orcard." He says, "Do you think you could steal us back our food from the quartermaster?" And she kind of...
How is she going to carry that much?
He says, "Well, maybe she could make several trips. I'm just thinking here." She says, "Well, I am very stealthy, though stealing isn't my specialty." She says, "I could, as he said, I could make several trips and maybe get your rations that way. It would take some time, obviously."
Well, you said you have hunters, right? Well,
I do.
every day we travel, we could just send out hunting parties. Bring us back as much as we can.
He nods.
That way
He
we can
says,
just-
"That is my usual way of doing things. It's just nice to have backup food." She says, "Well,
It's
if
probably
But I
go ahead."
was going to say, if you're going to do that, I'd advise the hunters not to bring back meat and maybe look at more food that will last, like fruits, vegetables, that type of stuff, and maybe
You can
focus less
salt
on
meat,
meat.
right?
Salt the milk, the
It
milk,
takes
the
a
meat.
process. It takes time. You can't do it while you're on the move.
Can you salt the
We
meat?
send a group back to Char to buy a whole bunch of rations. Pay for that, eh?
Says, because of the siege, I don't think they'd have that much food. I mean, maybe,
That's
but if we're gonna spend 6 days, like I said, we might as well just send Iara or get our food back through force. Chaur is a bit far for us to make that journey, at least in my opinion. That will give
I have a quick question.
Blackwater a 6-day lead.
Remind me again, Damien. Who is Ayara working for? Because I keep forgetting.
She says, I'm
I was working
working...
for the Iron Tide. Oh, she was hired by the Iron Tide, but she's her own person.
She says, yes,
I never
I'm
said
currently
enslaved, I said
under
working for.
contract from Orcard, though. That contract is ending soon. He nods.
Oh, alright. She's under contract with Orchard. I was just wondering why he was telling the people that will work for us what to do, but she worked for him. Alright, fine.
She says, I'm technically working for you as well.
Yeah, but there's... Whatever.
I think we need, if we really need that food, I think we just assault the ghouls in the
Let's
mines.
say this. We don't need the food. We are good with what I can find us. It's them lot that need the food.
Oh, and what
Says,
about
well-
our 10 guards and our 16 laborers?
Says,
Which
well,
leaves a bit Char.
he says the camp could use the food. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea, but I'm fine just going and leaving things to chance. I do have faith.
Do
in
you
our
also
hunters.
have? You also have healing potions.
You have healing potions?
Yeah, and your quartermaster.
Oh, in our supplies, he says we have lots of digging equipment. We have some weapons, armor. I believe we did have some healing potions. Yes.
Would they be with the supplies?
Yes, they'd be with the quartermaster supplies.
Right, let's go kill a quartermaster and get a load of supplies.
Yeah. If anything, the potions are worth it.
Ira says again, I can just try to steal them. If you want to.
Yes, but in fairness, we're just gonna sit here, bored out of our minds, and you want to. We have to come save you again. Might as well just save us all the and just go.
Yeah, there's a battalion of us. I think we can take out a few ghouls.
Forget the battalion. Your boss is very antsy already. Get let it.
Orcard says the idea would be to not fight if we could help it. There's still overwhelming amounts of the Iron Tide. But
Well, I can't see in the dark. So.
Fine. Fine, Ayara, take the. I'm gonna go up to Rob, not here, but is here. Take the off him. Let's do
you're
it.
cutting out. So
Use this.
you wouldn't be able to take the invisibility ring while he's in the background, because I don't know for sure if he'd be okay giving it.
Okay.
But she says I'm perfectly fine stealthing. My issue is more sleight of hand. Is not something I'm as good at. But I think I can manage. And Orcard
You want to take a day to see what Iara can steal back?
Orcard will hand her a key. He says this will get you in into the cage, so that should make things easier. She says, "Oh, something you can do if you're so interested in fighting. A distraction in the cave could make it easier for me to move about." She says, "Maybe."
Literally just. Orcard literally just said about us not fighting.
As well, you just seem like you wanted to fight, or one of you did.
Wanted to do something for.
Alright. So you're gonna send her and wait?
Yeah, if we're taking a day of downtime, I have something I want to do.
Alright, so she
Mhm.
is going to head in on this mission. Let me see. I'll just pass some time.
What can I do my downtime activity?
So yeah, let me know if you're doing.
But
So if you have what you need to do a downtime activity, you can just put a day towards it without saying anything. But let me know if anyone wants to do anything in particular before I pass time.
I am
Yeah,
I'm setting up a new downtime where I'm basically carousing with camp slash the Iron Tide.
All right, that would cost you 50 gold to start it.
Okay.
yeah. There was this unfinished potion of gaseous form that I'd like to finish.
Do
I
you
don't
have
even remember
alchemy
where we got it
tools?
from. I do.
We got it in the cave you found me.
All right, so
Oh, that's right.
as long as you have alchemy tools, you can work on that.
We picked up the alchemy tools as well from there, didn't we?
All right.
Yes, we did.
So
My memory is really fucked up where I can remember that, but nothing else.
now, question: was that the whole table that you picked up?
Yes,
Oh, so
I believe
that's
so, yeah.
is that traveling with the camp? Oh, it
it
is.
is.
Okay. Excellent. That's why you have a bunch of weight. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's the whole, it's a
Just
whole
carrying a
alchemy.
table and a bunch of tools
Oh,
around with you.
Right. Hey,
a damn
potions are
table.
10% cheaper though, so it's worth. Hashtag worth.
All right. And what about Dotor? Do you have something you're working on?
Nah, I had something, but it was like at Char, so it doesn't apply anymore because it's too far away.
You can make a new
Uh,
one.
yeah, there's nothing much like I'd want to do.
All right.
Don't think at least.
Oh, why am I rolling out loud?
Okay, I was wondering why I didn't.
Yeah, I was like, what are those D100s?
I don't have my dice
I
on me
don't like
here, so
those
I'm just
rolls.
rolling with the roll 20. All right. So day is passing. Um, 5 hours for her to get there. And then I'm just doing some calculations. Feel free to like RP or let me know if you're doing anything else. This might take a little bit just to see how her mission is going. Alright, good. There it goes. It's rolling correctly.
Oh, Damien, how does it feel knowing your cousin's possessed by an evil spirit?
Um,
Oh.
kind of weird. I don't know. I was never really too close to him because, he's living out in the boonies.
What happened with him? Why was he so close to the family?
He likes to read. I don't fucking know. What? What would? He's how much older is he than Damien? Damien's like 23, I think. 22. Oh, how old is Damien? Uh, Damien's 22. I don't know how much older Galen is.
Galen is in his mid 30s, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think Damien would know much about Galen besides the occasional family gathering where he'd be there.
So was he like always, lack of a better word, the odd one?
Yeah, pretty much. He was really into his studies.
See, and this is why you don't choose education, because look what it leads you to, being possessed by a spirit. But was there a change in him like 2 years ago after he vanished for ages?
Would Damien have noticed something now that we know everything that's going on? Like
I
maybe
think I
subtle
mentioned
changes?
it to you during your character creation that you did. That he seemed
Oh,
different when you came back.
then,
Because you came back only, I think,
yes.
recently. And I mentioned that something seemed different
Yeah.
about your cousin. He seemed much more confident. Because he used to be like a extra introverted bookworm type, but he seemed way more confident.
Yeah. I have a poor memory.
You just never really thought much on it after I said it to you. So IR would
He was
come.
finally in his prime.
Yeah, you just figured you got more confidence. So the day passes
Yeah.
pretty quietly. IR comes back with some stuff, which you guys can add to the camp or take, up to you. She says, "Actually, I got a bit lucky on my stealing from the quartermaster." She says, "It seems that one of the generals in the cave had stolen or had a large amount of gold on him." He says, "I wasn't able to get all of it, but I stole some of it off of the undead who was wandering. I might be able to get more given another day." Orchard says, "I don't know. Gold
Do we want to
is-"
let it take longer?
But go ahead and pass a day towards your projects. And yeah,
I say let it take another day to get some more.
How much does each ration weigh?
I want to say
2
1 or
pounds?
2. I forget.
Well, I'm just gonna check it up online.
I do believe it's one.
So,
But
It's
Yeah.
2 pounds.
check. 2 pounds, huh?
All right. And who's taking the healing potions?
who gets the most damage?
Me?
Probably Kotor, yeah.
You take the healing potions.
Yep. Okay.
And who
Uh,
needs?
You take one, Damien take the other.
For they tossed the 40 gold in the camp. I think I tossed the 40 gold in the camp.
Yeah, throw the 40 gold in the camp. Yeah.
She says it was actually fairly easy getting past most of the undead. I think only a couple of the higher ranking ones seem to have kept their intelligence for whatever reason. So I could also try to get a message to the druids if you want. But again, all these things will take time. It's a 5-hour journey just to get back to the mines.
You need to open that giant rock to get to the druids. If anything, Oliver here could send a sending if he wishes.
Well,
Let me just check I have it. I think I got rid of it when I leveled up. Let me check.
Oh wait, you can't. We figured out last week that we can't send into the cave.
No. Yeah,
she
because
says,
the sending stones don't work.
at least it seems during or the areas in the cave where the ritual had taken place, or for whatever reason, I wasn't able to receive your messages.
And in fairness, I deselected it at this level up, so I don't have it.
Oh, good.
All right, well, let me. Yeah.
How many days is it gonna take to finish this potion? 5 days?
Doesn't it say under the job?
No.
Hang on.
Because I did give a time.
It's the potion of gaseous.
Let me see if I can find that. Because I gave
Potion
that
of gas.
information when I talked about it. Let me see if I have it somewhere in my notes.
Probably 5 days. Gonna grab some water. It'll be right back.
No, I don't have that information. I'll just roll for it. I know it wasn't that much time because it was supposed to be finished or finishable quickly. Alright, so it will take 3 days. So you need 2 more days to finish it. Alright, so I assume you're gonna stay here the night at least, right?
The night at least, yeah, we'll stay here the night at the very least.
Alright, so let me pay your camp.
Yeah, 3 days isn't too bad.
Do you want to stay here for the whole 3 days for you to finish the potion or no?
You guess an extra day won't hurt, right?
Well, no, I'm asking because what we can do is get Lyra to go get an extra day of supplies and leave a message for the druids, and then we can go talk to the druids on the 3rd day.
Alright, I paid your people. The evening is passing.
We can see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah.
Alright, so the evening passes. You can long rest again, though I don't think anyone needs to today. It is now the...
I do need my hit dice back.
Oh, well, there you go. It is now the 54th at 8 a.m. Still, the undead have not noticed your presence here. Orcard says, alright, what shall we do today, friends?
Do we have sufficient food? Or do we need more?
He says, well, we're in a better place with that 100 days. I think it's more than enough. I mean, there are other spoils to be taken from my cave, if what IR says is true, but I also am not sure. Waiting around and robbing my former people is the best way of doing this.
Well, I tend to agree. What do you guys think? Do you think 100 days is solid? And should we head northward?
I mean, look, the rations aren't going to go anywhere. The worst, we could always come back and get some more if we need to.
Yeah. Oh, we could rely on hunting and for the time being and only dip into rations when needed.
Yeah. And like I said, like if we know it takes about 6 days to get there, so as long as we wait and make sure we have like 10 days travel back here, we can go through and get some more rations from there if we have to.
All right.
It's alright. It sounds like we're ready to go then.
I'm ready to go.
So the group is going to travel.
We make sure we barricade this gate so that we have a key or whatever we have to let ourselves back into the
Markart says there's no real way to barricade it from the inside. I don't think it'll be a problem. If the undead do come here, we can always clear them when we get back, if we really need to.
Okay.
I mean, I guess one of my people
How many
could
of us
climb
are?
over, but then they would injure themselves on the spikes.
True.
That's cool.
start
Alright.
cutting off his bike.
So, let's see. So that is going to be about 6 days travel from here to Issyk. So I need someone to be the lead on this journey, like the not the scouts, but the what's the word for it? Well, basically,
Pathfinder?
2 people to kind of help with pathfinding, and that would be survival checks.
Oh,
Up
I'm
to
not
2.
good at survival.
So
I
Not good
think-
at it, but
Don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
have some wisdom, Doctor?
I do have some wisdom, so I could be the secondary person.
if you don't have anyone
point
who's
in
good
this
at
bit.
it, Orcard can have one of his people lead. They're not great at it, but they're they do okay.
I'm proficient. I just don't have a high wisdom, so I can
Yeah.
help. Well, I rolled a 12.
Fuck.
I have no wisdom
So
nor
12 and 5.
proficiency.
So let me do
Yeah,
some.
is Melody any good at
We
survival?
do be
Like,
getting
yeah,
lost in
Melody
the
do
desert today, boys.
Well, it's too late.
Christ.
Two rolls were already made. Is who any good?
Melody.
Melody? I mean, she has decent wisdom, but she's not trained.
Ooh.
Alright, so. You are traveling. Again, if you wish to do anything, just let me know before I finish rolling.
No, I think I'm good. Personally.
So, a couple of days pass, I'll say 2 days. During the evening of the second day, Dotor, you're sitting at the campfire during your watch when Orcard walks up. He says, "May I sit with you a moment?"
Certainly, you may.
So he is quiet at first. He says, "What Oliver said to you, he is not completely wrong. He says the ways of the Nazik Empire, they are harsh and cruel. This is how I grew up, how my people grew up. He says maybe the Teruvians are correct in their views of slavery, but know that I always respected your prowess and ability, even due to your station. I never meant
Thank
it
you,
as
sir.
an insult to you."
I didn't take it as an insult. I'm grateful for you to officially give me my freedom. It is quite nice to feel free again, even though I don't have a lot of memories of when it was. But thank you, I guess. I do resent you a bit for attacking my village, but I guess with time I learned to
He says, "Your people had owed me a tithe that your politicians decided they no longer needed to pay because of how far away my forces had gone to fight in a war." He says, "The attack was meant to make an example so others would not do the same." He says it was not random violence, more those in political power of your tribe making a play. He says all
but
those
you
in
could
lower
have just
stations.
attacked those who were in power. You should you could have just spared the women and everyone. No.
Give me a persuasion with advantage. 9.
A dirty 0? No, oh, wait. Advantage.
So he has advantage, so he still gets a 9.
So he says it was one of the options presented, but it was recommended that I make an example, as it would tell the other tribes the dangers of trying to deceive myself and the Iron Tide. He says,
Guess
I
no.
did not mean it. There are many things in war that it's hard to sometimes see how the bigger picture affects those who become a victim of our moves.
That is true.
He says, I guess.
Those horse.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
He says, I guess as we gain power, it becomes more about strategy than about the preservation of people. He says, I don't know if that's the right move, but I know that after that, for many, many years, none of the other tribes fell out of line. So it probably saved many lives in the long run.
Could say so. I guess it's a form of lesser evil.
He nods.
But
He says, that is how I think
evil
about
is
it,
still.
whether or not that is correct. It's always served me. It is one of the hard parts of being a leader is to look at the picture of the many over the picture of the few. Part of you has to die to be able to do such work. We all give up some of our humanity.
I think I understand.
He pats you on the shoulder and says, you have the potential to have great power someday. Perhaps you will do better than I did.
Thank you, sir.
He just kind of smiles and says, thank you. He says, I enjoyed this talk. And he heads back towards his bunk.
Good evening, sir.
All right. I'll give you an inspiration point for that conversation.
Thank you. Like, as I've role played it a little bit too. Like, Dortor doesn't like him, like he doesn't love him, but he still respects him because he knows he's really powerful. So he's like, okay, thank you, sir, and everything.
Yeah. All right. So I will continue the journey. Again, if you wish the camera or anything, just let me know. I'm just going to do some more rolling.
Yeah, there's something that Damien does. Every night and every morning, sunrise and sundown, he goes a little bit off on his own, and he draws in the ground the symbol of Pelor, and then just prays for shock.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. All right.
That's just what he does every sunrise and every sunset.
So another 2 days of travel pass. Here, let me make sure I'm passing the time on the calendar. So that was 4 days. Oh, and let me pay your camp for 4 days. Oh, whoops. That's not right. I'm paying them. You have to worry about it. I'm doing this. So, on one of those nights where you go and draw a symbol of the sun, you would hear footsteps behind you. Melody kind of walks up. She says, "What are you doing, Damien? I got concerned when I saw you walk away from camp. You notice, oh, never mind. Your past perception is only 10. Yeah.
You notice fuck all.
I'll give you an active
Oh.
perception check. Maybe you'll notice something. Go ahead.
Sure.
No.
No.
So she says, yeah, she says, what are you doing out here? She kind of sits down
I'm
next
just-
to you and smiles.
Yeah, I just like move aside to show like the symbol of Paylor.
She says, oh.
I'm just
She taps her holy symbol and
praying.
smiles. She says, you're praying to my god.
Mm-hmm.
She says, what are you praying for, if you don't mind me asking?
Melody doesn't know yet, does she?
No,
You're not sure.
we've not told her.
But
Let me just put it like that.
I'm going to, find a nice place to sit down. Motion for her to sit next to me. I'm praying for shock. Do you know why?
she sighs and says, I do. I was,
You've noticed?
Hmm?
You've noticed, huh?
Well, more than that, Iara told me. She says, I've known for a bit anyway that something was wrong. She says, I noticed when he first came back. I was very concerned, and I think Iara noticed and told me what had happened to him.
Yeah, I regret not telling you myself. But
Give me a
So there's
persuasion
one.
check.
Sure.
She says,
13.
well, I was a bit angry that no one had said anything. I mean, Iara, well, she seems nice enough, but she's not as close as all of you. I expected one of you to come forward and tell me as soon as it happened. Why didn't you?
Yeah, I was going through my own grief as well.
Give me
He
another
was
persuasion check.
We're not rolling the best today, guys.
She says, is there any hope for him?
Oliver came to me a few nights ago, and he says that when he is powerful enough, he could do it. That he could bring Shock back. But I'm not sure I believe him.
She kind of looks off in the distance, and you can tell that there is a tear running down her cheek. She says, well, is there anything I can do?
Perhaps you could pray with me.
She smiles and says, of course. She says, I'll even do an official chant. Several prayers of our Lord Paylor. She sets down her symbol and starts the ritual. Alright, are you saying anything else to her?
No, I think just kind of silently just pray.
Alright, so you finish your prayer and several hours later head back. The next morning, Orcard would say, Isik is only a couple of days away. I've never actually been there, but I've heard reports from other warlords who tried to raid the city. It's supposedly a city of the dead, filled with dangers, mostly undead, though other strange and dark phenomena as well. I believe Erdul has studied up on it a bit. Erdul says slightly, though obviously our library materials in the Nazic Empire are limited. most of my studies were done from books I bought off some of the merchants there. And Orcard nods and says, "Do any of you have any information on the city?"
I don't think Damien does. Nothing new, right? Nothing that's already known.
I think the one who was the most studied on it was Lyra, one of Blackwater's people. Unfortunately, she went with him, from what you know.
Maybe Oliver and his stories.
I mean, you can do a check if you want. It would probably be history.
I don't have the best history, but I'm proficient in it, so
I'm not rolling great either. I'm like, yeah.
So you know that the city, as they said, about 100 years ago, something happened in the city that basically destroyed or killed all the citizens, and these waves of undead seem to have taken over the place, like thousands of ghouls, which you assume is what killed the citizens. Those who escaped didn't have much of an account of the happenings. Most of them were just fleeing from the undead. So you're guessing just like this horde of undead came from somewhere. The Empire at the time was fighting a war, so they didn't really have the forces to take it back. And by the time the war was over, they had just left it, since it seemed like it would have been too costly to send in forces to fight off that many ghouls. So it just kind of sat there, unattended. Still kind of a mystery as to what caused the initial undead outbreak.
Okay, so I relay that with the added thing of Oliver suspecting that whatever. With Oliver suspecting that the original ghoul outbreak comes from someone attempting what Blackwater Malik did to the Iron Tide, like made ghouls. That's what Oliver said. He just adds on that his opinion is this.
That Blackwater caused it?
No, not Blackwater. That someone tried to do what Blackwater did to the Iron Tide with the ghoul when they did the ritual that made turn the Iron Tide into ghoul.
Yeah, I mean, that would make
So
sense from what we
someone,
experienced.
maybe a fellow student of Malik, maybe Malik's mentor, maybe a disciple of Malik, someone attempted it, but because there was no, that one went off without a hitch.
it could have been Malik himself prior to
Maybe
everything.
that's the only thing Oliver adds to it, with the putting 2 and 2 together and possibly coming up with 6 or 5 or whatever. He might be wrong.
Alright. Sorry, yeah. Give me a moment here. He says, well, is there any way we can protect ourselves in case someone tries to drain our life force?
Yeah, don't go.
Necrotic resistance potions, perhaps?
And he looks to Erdul, who says, I believe our soldiers are at the most risk. He says the lower skilled forces are much more susceptible to such magics. He says our elites, you, myself, our friends here, I think we have a better chance of survival. My suggestion would be to keep our forces in a safe place and use them only when absolutely necessary. Orcard kind of nods. He says that makes sense, again, with what happened to our forces at our base. He says, Damien, you're sort of a strategist, a fellow leader. Do you have any other thoughts of how we could do this? He says, I think Erdul has the right of it. Maybe just have our more powerful people enter the city, and the rest encamped nearby.
Yeah, I agree. If any of them know how to work with potions, we do have recipes for the previous mentioned necrotic resistance potions.
Melody says, "Oh, I can make potions if you have some recipes." She says, "Just give me the ingredients and I can work on them."
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want Melody to work on something, just start a job with the correct resources. And once the time passes, you can have her give you that potion. You just have to have the recipe and the ingredients.
Yeah.
We have
it'll be
recipes for
when
necrotic potions.
we do. At least that's what it's under recipes.
Yeah, she
In
can't do it while
library
traveling,
manual.
but she can do it while encamped in an area, such as like when
Yeah,
you're in
I mean, we
Chaur.
are going to camp, right? Yeah.
As long as,
Eventually, when we
Perhaps-
get nearer Isaac, I suppose.
yeah, well, if you want, you can start the project now. You would just have to spend the ingredients needed. And whoever is starting the project with her would track it, because I'm not going to be able to track it. So
I
if
can
someone
do
wants
it.
to, if you want to take on that extra paperwork, you can make some potions. She can also
I'll
make
do it.
healing potions. And if she uses the table, remember there's, I think, what, a 10% discount?
10%.
But it would have to be
What-
just her using it.
What's today? Is it the 58th?
Today,
55th,
50,
I think.
Yeah,
58th, okay.
you're 4 days into your journey.
And each potion takes 7 days.
I believe it's 2 weeks, so yeah, 10 days. I can look it up for you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I don't know where to look it up myself. This will be after we make a little camp, right?
Yeah, so
Once
each
we get
day
to
that your people are camped, you can put a day towards that being worked on, as long as she's not working on anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, just have to find the time activity sheet. Crafting. Magic. So, is this uncommon or rare? Potion of necrotic resistance.
let me check. A potion of necrotic resistance is uncommon.
Okay. So that would take. So you would need. Each potion would cost 200 maho of. For her, it would be of religious components, because she's a religious caster. And they would also take 20 essence of a creature CR4 or greater. So 20
Okay.
essence.
We don't even have the 200 religious components.
No? Alright.
So just drop it, I guess.
Yeah, she
We only have
says,
180.
she says, I can also make religious components out of undead essence if you have any.
I think we have a whole bunch now, right?
I think so.
So she can convert that into religious components at half value. So if you have like 500 maho, she can make 250 religious components with her alchemy kit.
And we have Wraith Essence, Spectre, Skeleton, Clacking Skeleton, whatever that is, Shadow Skeleton, Bodak.
Yeah, those are all undead. She says you want the lower danger essence for component crafting, the lower CR, because those are less potent. But I can convert anything you want. So think about that. I'm going to keep rolling for traveling. If you you want to convert some of your essence to religious components. Okay. So another day passes. This will be the end of your journey, so let me do the final day here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Melody do the gas essence 120 into religious components, which would be plus 60, right?
Yeah, so it's half the Maho, and you can do as much. Like you can just do those if you want. If there's any others you want to do, just like I said, make sure you do half of their Maho value.
I think that's enough for now, just so we can get started on that potion. $200 religious components. And was it 40 of 20 CR4, right? Or essence.
So that's here. Camp is all paid. So as you approach the city, you would see what looks like in the distance a huge cloud, almost like a mist, just kind of all throughout the city, permeating everything. It's hard to see what's within, but you can kind of make out several structures. The wall around the city is the most obvious, which is falling over in certain places. And you would notice that there are large structures kind of towering above the wall in the distance. One looks like a keep of some kind, and the other looks like a cathedral. History might give you some information here. If you have history training, I want to make a check.
Let's see, good roll, good roll, good roll. 18, not bad.
So you know that
Better
the
than me.
keep was held by the noble family that ran Isik. Grab their name for you. I think it's Aveldi. I want to make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, the Aveldis. Back in the time when it was still living. The cathedral is actually a very impressive old dwarven structure from the last cycle that was made using magical enchantments, so it survived the destruction of the 12th cycle and still stands here. They kind of built the city around it. It's a huge cathedral to Palor. It stands about 30 feet tall. So it's kind of popping out above some of the fog. Orchard says, so there are farmlands on the outskirts of the city. We can probably set up our people there. At least for now. Until we find a safer place.
I agree. Perhaps we can check out that. What was it called? The manor?
Since those are probably the two most obvious places to go in the city. Though I'm guessing either one it'll be dangerous to approach either, as we have to go through. It's most likely an undead infested area.
I agree.
So he says, I'm guessing it'll just be us then heading in for now, or just you, the three of you. What do you think is best?
I look at the group.
is it?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Hello?
What time of day is it?
It's morning. It's still early. You kind of came.
Okay, cool. So we.
Yeah.
I think maybe us three for now. Because we do run into Galen, or rather Malik and his party. If they see us together, they might attack on sites.
Now, if you want, I can have you bring some of these people as NPCs if you're willing to control them. Or if someone's willing to control them. I just don't want to do it.
Do you want NPCs, guys?
I'm fine with like how we're set up right now.
Alright, so just the three of you.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm not like role playing a lot, but sleepy, so bit of a slower day today.
Oh.
Well,
Did we lose someone?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi keeps playing off.
Alright. So the three of you are going to kind of go in as a forward scouting party. Orcard.
I hand Okard the other half of the sending stone. If there's any trouble, I'll contact you, or you contact us.
Alright, he nods and says, I'll let you know. I'll keep my people hidden in case the undead wander. Though I don't see any in the field, so I think they're most likely camped out behind the walls. I guess I should ask, which wall are you going to go from? He says the city is
Which wall?
quite large. He says there are the 4 walls, north, south, east, and west. He says which direction?
Which one looks the most secure, but also the easiest to get through?
Alright, then let me show you a couple of things that you would see from the outside before I get too far in.
I think the safest will probably be the north, right? Because if they want to leave and head back to Chaur, it would be southward.
Depends. Are we trying to avoid them, or do we want to find Blackwater?
Well, you made friends with
I made friends with his group, not him.
this group. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to find them if we get them on our side.
Alright, so let's give you an idea. Whoops. This is where the keep is. And this is where the cathedral is. The areas that you enter from basically are north, south, east, and west. So, like, the cathedral is close to the western side of the city, whereas the keep is sort of in the middle.
Okay, maybe we can clear out that cathedral. It is closest to the wall.
He says it
If we can
would be-
secure it, it'd be a very defensible position.
So yeah, which area do you want to enter from? He says I was If you do not wish me to go with you, perhaps I could take some of our more skilled people, maybe Iara and Melody and Erdul, and do my own bit of scouting from a different direction. We might be able to get more done if we split up.
I think Melody should remain here. If you want to take anyone, maybe Shock
Who should remain here?
Melody.
Oh, she says, I'm fine helping, but I can remain here if that's what you wish. He says, alright, I can take Shock then. He whispers, is he reliable? I've noticed he's been a bit off.
He has skill in the fighting.
Nods and says, very well. Well, which direction are you coming in from?
Look at the group. Which way, guys? Which one do you want to enter?
It depends. Do you want to go straight for the church to clear it out, or do you want to like do a circle perimeter scout?
Maybe the perimeter might be the safest thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And then gradually
Right,
head
so-
inward.
We might as well head. If we go in through the north, Orcard can do the south. We will head clockwise round heading towards the church. He can head clockwise round to where we come in, and then he can leave that way.
Wait, clockwise is heading east, not west. You mean counterclockwise,
But-
yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I meant counterclockwise. Yeah.
Alright, so you would be coming in towards the cathedral?
So we're coming in north.
We come in
right?
through the north and then head
going this
counterclockwise
way?
in a circle to the cathedral.
Okay. And he's going with you
South,
going
and then
south.
heading,
Oh, he's going south.
and then
I
he
see.
heads the opposite. Yeah, he's doing the opposite direction. And then once he hits the north, he's leaving.
He says, alright.
But he's skirting around he will skirt around the perimeter to get an idea of what the land of it looks like, not going in rummaging through the houses and stuff.
He says, alright, I'll try to find as much out as I can. Alright, so you're traveling around the city to the north to enter from one of the openings in the gate or the wall. Is there anything else you want to do before leaving your camp? The camp is on the south side of the city, in one of the farmlands.
I'll set up security, I guess.
Alright. You're gonna what?
I'm going to take off the religious components and the essence, so that it can start on that potion of necrotic resistance.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and start that project and put her on that. Why don't we do a break?
Before we leave the camp.
Hmm?
Yeah, okay, you do that. Because I want to see if I need to take anything out of the bag of holding to leave at the camp.
Yeah, we can do a
Plan
10-minute
it up,
break,
so
and
yeah.
I'll let you guys look at your stuff and do any planning you want to do.
Alright.
So be back in 10.
Okay, yeah. That's the part.
Okay.
Wait, was the potion's going to take 5 days, right, guys?
Huh?
Did you say it was 5 or 10 days
What?
for the potion of necrotic resistance?
There's 5, I think. No. It's 2 weeks, so 10 working days.
10 working days, okay. What do we want to leave in the camp?
I am dropping off the long sword, the chainmail.
Glaive, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting rid of all of that stuff, like the breastplate, the heavy crossbow, the glaive.
Yeah, all the heavy
Because you
stuff.
don't use the crossbow, do you?
I mean, I have one on me, but I don't really use it too often.
Yeah, no, it's just getting rid of all of the heavy shit, like the splint mail, splint
Mhm.
armor.
Yeah.
getting rid of all of that stuff just so it's a lot less weight.
Yeah, I guess you can put all the essence and components in the camp too, no?
I mean, fair,
It would-
yeah, we can. I mean, you could just alter the thing to change from bag of holding to camp S,
yeah, it'll just be easier that way. Yeah.
taking the whole. Leave the crossbow bolts in there because if you decide or if you start using these, then we've got bolts for you to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go get some cookies. Some muffin cookies.
I'm back. Hello. Yeah, sorry if I'm not feeling like if I'm not doing the best today. I ain't feeling the best, so
It's okay.
like I bake every day for work, so today I'm a bit legs are a bit sore. Uh, shitty weather this week we had.
Oh, it's been baking over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
like kind of
bad
heat.
was it? 20.
No, it was like 27, 28.
Ooh.
Like
Uh,
today is the first few, like in a long week of it just hitting like 21, 22.
mhm.
So it's still warm, but it's starting to cool down.
Ah, 20 is good. It's fine. At
I mean,
least
it
for
is if
me.
you're used to that, but considering I'm not used to that because
Yeah.
UK,
Hmm.
it's still hot.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Have you been watching the Olympics? Oh no, wait, you're in
Uh,
Canada. Yeah, so you're watching the Olympics. I forgot. Yeah.
I've watched
For
a
some
little
reason,
bit of it.
for some reason, my
Pardon?
mind went Canada's not in the Olympics, and I don't know why.
And we
But
clearly didn't quote unquote fight against the US and the uh against the sparring? Is it the word in English? With swords and everything.
oh, fencing.
Yeah, fencing. It's quite nice to see because I tend to watch it like while I'm at work at my hotel. There's a screen nearby, like a TV. So when it's like calm and everything, I tend to like just watch it.
Oh, I get that.
Something I liked a lot about the opening ceremony is the Gojira show, like the metal band.
All right.
I haven't watched the opening. That's the only thing I haven't watched yet.
Mm,
I am back.
welcome back. Yeah.
Let me
But
know if
yeah,
there's too
how's
much
like
background noise.
should be fine. Yeah. But yeah, Dan, how like usually what's the weather like in summer in the UK?
I mean, honestly, the last few years we've had a lot of heat waves, so it's actually warmer. So despite the whole thing of Britain has shit weather, in the last few years it's been very good.
Okay.
Uh, each year we get like the hottest summer on record, so that's
Classic.
fun.
Global
Yep.
warming,
It's been like
baby.
that everywhere.
Yes.
We also
Yeah.
have
Uh,
some record-breaking stuff where I am.
Yep. Quebec too. We had like a night. I can't recall. Like it was 2 weeks ago. Uh, that the minimum temperature of it was like 20. The last time it was at that height, it was like in the 50, like in 90s 50 or something like that.
Did you say
It's
20?
like yeah, 20 Celsius. So
Oh,
that'd
okay,
be
right, yeah, yeah. 68 Fahrenheit. That's nice.
well,
That's
it's
hella
nice,
nice.
but you got to think about it. Like usually here in Quebec, like the night is used to like cool down the day because if it's hot during the night, it'll be really hot during the day. Like recently, we got like I believe a 33 before humidity, so like
I don't know,
it
man.
got to
Here in Texas, at least my part of Texas, we have during the summer we have daily 44s or 45 Celsius.
yeah. Well, that's Texas for you. Like it's a
Yeah.
desert at most
I
places.
can only imagine further south
Yeah.
how hot it would be.
But yeah, everything is getting hotter and hotter. Like last year, we didn't have like a lot of snow until Christmas. Like we got barely an inch of snow that stayed. Usually we get like a foot easily. Yeah, didn't snow that much last year.
Well, I know Canada's been on fire a bunch in the past.
Oh yeah, yep.
You get all your
We are
smoke.
sorry about that. Yep, sorry about that.
Just like can't see for a couple of days because of all the smoke.
Yeah,
They have to all
saw
stay
the pictures
inside.
of New York. Yep.
Not as much this year. I think it was last year
Yep.
during the summer though, in Washington.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Washington and New York was were really hit last year. Like I didn't know it was so much of an issue before last year. Like I knew, okay, yeah, like BC and uh in the plains they did have fires, but I didn't realize that they were so intense.
I mean,
Yeah.
there have always been wildfires. They just haven't been this bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, we all back.
Yep.
Wait, how are the wildfires in California? You live near California, don't you? Lou? Or no?
Hmm.
Do you live near California?
I'm in Washington. It's north of
That's
Oregon,
like north, right?
which is north of
Oh,
California.
okay. Yeah, it's 2 states next.
So I'm close to Canada,
E.
but no, I'm pretty far from California. Like a 2-hour flight.
Ah, that's not too bad.
No,
It's
it's
a
not too
flight though.
bad.
I've never been flying anywhere.
Huh?
I've never flown anywhere.
Have you always just lived in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Average American. Gotta say. Oh.
Well, I haven't been to Europe yet, but I've been to a
Ah,
bunch of states.
Yeah, if I want to go
Iceland is
to the
nice.
biggest city in Texas, which is Houston, that's a hard drive.
Hmm.
Wait,
Classic.
the last time I went to Florida, they thought I was Australian, so I kind of was like, yeah, not again.
Oh, because of the accent.
Oh, don't go to
Mm.
Florida. Florida's
Well, we went
nice.
for
Yeah.
Disneyland. I was 12 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, go to
well,
California if you go.
Disney World is Florida. Disneyland's California.
When I went, there wasn't one in California. There was just one in Florida.
Oh, when did they build the one in California? I guess it was more recent. I don't even know.
I guess. Oh yeah, I thought it was
I
like
don't
that
even
long
know.
ago.
I've
Never
been
went to
to
one.
I've been to both. I think I like Disney World a little bit better, the Florida one.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
family went to Disney World, but I couldn't because work obligations.
Yeah. I think they have a Disney World in Europe
SeaWorld
too.
when it wasn't. Yeah, Disneyland Paris. It's shitey.
Oh, is it? All right. I
It's
was
not that great, but I don't know whether it's just because it's one of those things. It tries too much to be the American Disneyland, and it's like it's not.
yeah, I think
Also,
I
because everyone there in Disneyland shockingly speaks French. A lot of people don't realize it when you go.
Oh my God.
oh, so you have to speak
yeah.
French to kind of
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Because when you think of
Obviously,
Disneyland, no, I agree. When you think of Disneyland, especially considering it's meant to be a cheaper alternative for Europeans than Florida Disneyland, you know, it's kind of that really hard thing of let's go Paris Disneyland. Great. Does any of you speak French? No. Why
yeah,
the fuck are you going then?
that makes sense. I
yeah,
mean,
Like,
learn if you go to France. The
yeah,
same thing if you were
see,
to go to Iceland. Learn a bit of Icelandic.
I will. Well,
Learn the
see, here's the thing.
language.
language
I
is
will
hard.
accept learning French. I would accept learning French if French ever turned up for a war on time and won one.
Ruh-roh.
I
Some
No,
shots
mean, they
fired.
I want
did
to go
won
to.
a lot of wars. They're the country with the most wars won.
Have
Don't
you
you
heard
think?
of Napoleon?
I was gonna say,
Well,
have you?
that's
Yes,
British
I have
propaganda.
heard of. No, it's not
What
British
have he
That he
done in
propaganda.
the
was
It's
last 100 years?
Napoleon
no, but that
lost.
he was small. That's British propaganda.
Yeah, he actually
Was
Napoleon
wasn't that
lost.
small. I think he was like five.
Yeah,
I never said it. I never said he was
wow.
small. I just said Napoleon lost.
I want to visit
Ah,
Mexico City. It's the largest city in North America.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to
I
That's
Mexico.
where I
mean,
want to go one day.
I'm gonna admit this.
Well,
How unimaginative to name your city New Mexico.
I will say this though. I almost feel like Disney is like more of an American culture thing, so I don't know how entertaining it
It
would
is.
be to outsiders unless you like really are into all
Well,
the Disney stuff.
the problem problem is Disney films and all that stuff. They're kind of like stuff a lot of people have grown up with. So it
Really,
is
even in
that thing
Europe?
of yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
Wait, did
Yeah, I
you think
guess.
like it just stopped across the Atlantic? Like,
I guess
did
that's
you
true.
think
You
we
guys
don't
do
want?
all of our movies and stuff, so that would make
Yeah, you know.
sense. I
Do you
thought
know
there were
what?
like
I'm
other
gonna state
things.
this. You realize that all the big films that you have, like Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, they are originally from Europe, right?
Oh yeah. I
The
mean,
Grimm
They come from there.
Disney,
Brothers.
like, and the funny thing is, Disney stole all that stuff from like folklore, and then he like put his
Yeah,
Hmm.
what's it called, the copyright thing
EP,
laws where like nothing
yeah,
goes into
EP.
the public domain anymore. So he stole
But
everything
see,
from the
that's where it
public
should be because
domain, then made it so nothing
the
went back in.
brother. What's stupid is the Brother Grimm stuff is still public. Like they, because of how different he makes it, it's still public. So he can't, he could never stop that. But I just find it funny that when Walt Disney made Cinderella, J.R. Tolkien was writing Lord of the Rings, where his female heroine walks up to Sauron and basically calls him out as Morgoth's bitch.
Hmm.
And I was like, here's two people that write that have different female characters. One of them's empowered. One of them's I need someone to save me.
Yeah, the typical princess. Although
Mm.
it's less so these days with Disney stuff, which I think is kind of good.
It's good, but then I also think they go. I don't want to say they go too far the other way, but I think because they try to appease everybody, they fail at everything.
Well, yeah, I've liked some
Yeah, I
of the
mean,
more
look at
modern
Star
Disney
Wars: The
stuff.
Acolyte.
Oh man, Star
I mean,
Wars.
yeah. Here's the thing: Star Wars: The Acolyte was a big, terrible thing. And don't get me wrong, I was fully invested in female Jedi.
Oh,
It's where they
you
turned
guys
around
okay
that
talking nerdy stuff? I'm unless you want to get right back to D&D,
Oh
because
yeah,
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 no, we could
yeah, yeah, yeah. We can
I'm fine to talk
spend
about
the next
Star
hour
Wars. I
just
just want to make
nerding.
sure everyone here is okay with it, but otherwise we can just play D&D. All right. Yeah.
Oliver invents Star Wars in Gaian.
I will.
Can Demon invent burritos?
The only thing I'll say about Star Wars is that I haven't really enjoyed it since the originals. I didn't like any of the newer
That's
stuff.
fair.
See,
I did. Oh,
I never enjoyed the originals. I came to it from the remakes.
you mean the prequels?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the prequels.
Oh, can't stand them. I did like the Mandalorian and Andor, but all the other
I
stuff
liked
was
Andor, and
meh.
I'm trying to get through the Mandalorian. The only thing about the Acolyte that sucked for me was when they started saying that the space lesbian Jedi's were getting pregnant with the Force.
I
You
mean, the
then
whole
Huh?
lost me.
the whole conception through the Force thing is weird to me. I never liked that in the prequels
See,
either.
I I turned around and said to my friend, I went, look, I've got a great way they could fix it. You still keep all the principle, you still get the whole thing. The male Jedi's turn around and say to the female Jedi's, you can't have children because if someone kills your kid, you get so consumed by grief you turn to the dark side, right? And it sets up this massive precedent where the men can still go around having sex, having children because they don't take responsibility. The women are banned from it, which then breeds the Sith because there are these women who want to have families who are fighting against the male oppression. That's a great way to do it because it's that whole thing. That would have been a great way to fix it and still keep the whole principle of a sisterhood that birthed the dark side. That
All
would have
right.
been a great way to do it. But the problem is they went stupid and were like lesbians. You get pregnant through the. I turned around at that point. I just went, "This is fucking Space Wizards. This is Harry Potter in space."
I haven't actually seen the Acolyte yet, so I have no idea. I can't have an opinion. But
But that is the thing. That is what happens. They turn out to be space lesbian. They turn out to be Jedi lesbians who get pregnant with the Force.
all right. Well, are we ready to travel and head into the city?
Yes.
Let's do
Yes.
it.
So let me make a roll for that. As you separate from Orcard and head around to the north. All right. So As you are traveling, Dotor, you notice something a bit
Mm-hmm.
strange off in the distance, because you are, I assume, not traveling up against the wall. You're kind of traveling off in the fields away from the wall through farmland. You notice that in
Yeah.
one of the breaks in the wall to the city, it almost looks like there's someone standing there staring out at the group, but he's kind of far away right now, so you can't make out any details. The only thing you could see is it might be someone who is draped in some sort of red cloak. At first, you just thought it might be like
Uh,
some old ruined flag or something, but then, yeah, you would notice this guy.
okay. I'm stealthily mentioned to Oliver and Damien. Hey guys, there might be someone there. I don't know if you can spot him with the red cloak.
When you look over again, you don't see anyone.
Okay, that red robed individuals don't mean anything to any of us, do they?
You don't think so?
The,
Um,
the
not
red
that you.
robe wizard.
I wanted to check because I do know I've watched a D&D film and there are the Red Wizards of Thay, and I was like, just checking. That doesn't mean anything, right?
Fucking
There
cold.
are, I mean, there are organizations that have red as part of their coat of arms, but there's no one in particular in red robes that.
It's not
Yeah.
like a universal Red Wizards of Thay, which as soon as you see it, you go, "There's a evil bastards." Is there?
No, not that you know of.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's what I wanted to check.
Maybe it's older style where like the red wizards are like neutral
I mean, red cloaks are
and like
fashionable.
white
A
robe.
bunch of different people could be wearing red
Yeah,
robes.
true.
True.
Hey, Dotor, was it like blood red? Was it crimson red? Like what? Just so I know what season it was in roughly, so I know how out of date they are.
Hmm. Raven, what color was it?
It was like a very neutral red color, like true red.
I
Okay, so that
transferred
was
info
that.
What?
to.
Like, what do you mean?
I-
Oliver, red is red.
No, no, red is
It's more of a
really red is. Have you seen the
ruby.
inconsistency of black?
True.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Black is black, red is red, green is green. How is that so hard to understand?
It's not. There are different greens. You have emerald green. You have lime green. You've got red. You've got ruby red. You've
Okay,
got blood
okay,
red.
but they're still green and red,
But
right?
it's different. It's still the same base color, but there's different tints to it. Can imply when in season it was, when it was made, who wore it, the cultural significance.
Like, baby's kind of look at you and shrugs, like, a color's a color.
That
Alright,
being said, I'll start to stealthily go closer to the wall,
to where you saw it.
and yeah,
Give me a. So that is going to be. It's a couple of thousand feet. It's not close. You gonna go over there and like just take a closer look?
yeah, without like getting too close at the same time, like just being slowly like getting there, still observing around to check if there's any ambush coming or something like that.
All right, give me a stealth check.
15, not too bad.
How close are you getting?
You said how many
Well, the group is
meters
currently
was
about
it?
2,000 feet. What's the conversion? It's feet to
It's no issue
meters.
then. At 2,000, I'd say 1,000, about like a bit less than that. By the way, we went back to like the world map right now, so
Yeah, because you're not in the city yet, so I'm just putting you on the world map.
yeah,
So you get. So
okay.
you say you're going to be 1,000 feet. You're staying pretty far.
About, yeah, just looking, making sure there's no ambush coming or anything like that.
All right. So
Because how
you're.
tall is the like environment around us? Is it like tall grass or is it like short
There's
grass?
some trees and some hilly areas, so you're kind of remaining hidden as you move through those.
Mhm.
Yeah, as you get closer, it's hard to see past the wall. Again, the inside of the city is kind of foggy, um,
Mhm.
almost like an unnatural darkness. But yeah, when you get closer, you don't see the red-robed wizard. He may
Hmm.
have retreated inside the city.
Yep, he might have. Um. Hmm.
Do you want
I'll I'll make a sign to Oliver and Damien to come, telling them that it's relatively safe. Just make sure with you. Do you want me to do a perception or something like that to check if there's any ambush nearby?
So you probably would have to get closer if you wanted to check. Or do you mean to like
But I
ambush
mean,
out in
like,
the fields?
yeah.
Uh, sure, you can look around here. Give me another perception.
Hey, 18. How's it go?
So it's definitely unsettling out here, almost like the land is somehow cursed. The grass is kind of wilted and dead.
Wilting.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm.
wilting and dead in a lot of areas. But other than that, there's no real signs of any type of ambush in the area. Just maybe
Okay.
an
Hmm.
unattractive place.
It's a vampire there.
Yeah, it's
Could
possible.
be a lich. Something undead at least.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Clover's undead, right?
mm,
Vampires count as undead, right?
Yes,
they are. Yeah.
vampires are undead.
We get. So I'll make the sign to tell them both to come closer, telling them that it's safe at least around. Um, I'll wait for them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so you approach, getting a little closer. So right now you are on the west side of the city, just FYI.
Okay.
But yeah, so you get within 1,000 feet of Dotor. You would see the same things that he does.
So, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think we should stick to the original plan. What's up, Dotor?
Yeah. Keep getting closer. I just wanted to,
So,
for you two to be
we're going.
closer.
We're going
Mhm.
round to the north. Then we're going in.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Ah, apologies. I misunderstood.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay. It's okay. We're going round to the north, going in. Then we're heading down to the west. I get why you got confused.
Yep.
Yeah, you were when this happened.
Cool.
You were traveling along the west side of the city.
So we go back to being a bit further away to get as a group, and then we'll keep going around to the north.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 minute to check something.
Total outpaces all of us, and Oliver's just like, fucking show off.
Dotor is just
It's those
casually
long limbs.
sprinting. Yeah.
I wouldn't say sprinting, but yeah.
The Dotor is jogging. For everybody else, it's sprinting.
It's the
Right?
naturally long stride that he has.
Yes. Big legs.
So, as you come in around the northern end, there are a couple of holes in the wall. The first one that you see is kind of off of a farm field, which has a lot of old wilted crop in it, along with some piles of hay as you get closer. I assume you're just going to continue heading in towards
Yes.
the entrance.
Keeping an eye out for anything that could keeping an eye out for anything that could be like lying in wait as an ambush, like as we're passing through and where we're at outside before we enter, in case there's something like set there.
Give me some perception checks. Did pretty well. So as you are approaching, you're going through, like I said, kind of a rocky area filled with some hay. Dotor, you're kind of walking around one of the piles when you notice something stirring.
Mm-hmm. I stealthily, I slowly approach it without, necessarily making too much noise because I don't want to anger whatever is in that pile.
So, luckily, as you approach, luckily you are not surprised, as indeed something does emerge, and it does not look friendly. A very creepy, kind of langy creature.
What the fuck are you?
Give me initiative rolls. Oh wait, sorry, I have to get your figures. New setup. I'm still getting.
I was like, maybe I just can't see me. I was like, where am I?
We're all blind. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dotor
Also
is
27.
kind of in front.
You love that.
And we have Oliver. Alright, so I gotta give you guys sight. I think I gotta bring a monitor. This monitor is not working for me. Alright, so you can see, right? All of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
It should be daylight. Okay. A little darker though. And the creature is here, coming forth from the rocks and hay. So, as it stands up and looks toward the group, you would see very gross, grimy claws that extend out as it rushes towards you. The first act is going to be.
I did roll. Do you want me to roll again?
I only see two
Roll
of
this.
you. Oh, you would have to roll with your token selected.
Ah. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna. God damn it. I'm gonna. Where is it? Where is it? One sec. Ambush. Where is it? Ambush. No, the kicker wasn't. Aha. Here it is. Okay. So I gotta roll a 8. Or I'm fucked. That's good.
Oh,
Let's go!
that's 8.
Let's go. So, yes. I'm gonna modify my.
Alright. So I will say, from your rolls, I think, unfortunately. Wait. Did you roll a 9 perception, Dotor?
I can't recall.
It
Which
says
one was
on the
it?
thing, because I saw an 18, but was that an earlier roll?
Was it? Oh gosh, I can't recall.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, I think I
I'm
messed
gonna-
it up because I see a 13 and 2 nines. So you rolled a lot lower than I
Oh,
thought
fuck.
you did.
I rolled a 9. I know I rolled a 9.
Yeah, it looks like Dotor did too. So Damien
I might have, yeah.
may have been the only one that noticed it. Though he did tell you guys, so no one was surprised.
Okay, good. Thanks.
So what was your initiative total?
So it's 20 dot
20?
16 for the 20.
All right.
Just before the bastard.
So Damien, you act first as this thing rises up. What are you going to do?
I'm going to run 30 feet this way. And then shoot at it twice with my longbow.
All right.
You.
So you let
I
forth
don't know what the
shots.
+2 is from.
Flank,
Does a
which
14
you
hit?
don't have. No. So AC is
Oh, yeah.
17 as your arrow shatters off his incredibly tough hide. This is not like the
Damn,
other
alright,
ghouls you fought.
Attack number 2. 18. There we go.
18 would strike it. Doing 19 points of damage. Alright. So it
And that will be
seems
my turn.
angered by this and it's kind of changing directions towards you. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So that is it for you, Dotor.
So it's gonna take a while because I have a couple actions to do. So first of all, I'm gonna head closer. So here. Secondly, for my main action, by the way, don't forget I do have this active because he didn't take a turn yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as for my main action, that's the first punch. That's a critical hit. Let's go.
So you rush up
And
punch.
so that's 18 plus 4d6s because that's a critical. So I do two times the.
Alright,
So that's my first attack.
33. Alright.
Second attack of my first action. That's another critical. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Those will just
Eh.
solos this.
7. Alright.
And I'm gonna flurry of blow.
That's 2 more
So-
punches.
One sec.
Oh my god.
That's another crit.
Praise the
Praise
Lord.
The dice give it and the dice take it.
Oh, this is it.
25,
That's
that will wound it.
And I'm gonna precision
Okay.
for the last attack. Where is precision? Okay,
You need
here.
a 6, I think. Right? You said 17?
Yeah, AC is 17.
Ah, fuck.
So,
Well,
with a
actually, I could
3,
accent charge.
so yeah, that last
I could
attack
actually accent-
will miss. So are you gonna action surge?
You know
for
what?
the 2 attacks.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
All right. So you attempt.
Oh
yeah.
my god,
Ooh,
dude.
yeah. For 28, which will put it to very wounded. Then you-
Oliver looks at Damien just like, do we even need to be here for this?
I told you guys I just needed one last level. Let's go.
All right. Is that
And-
it for you?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yep,
the
I'll be off.
creature is badly wounded, but now it gets to go. So it rushes.
So is it
at
still
you.
targeting me?
No.
Okay.
It is going to attack you. So first attack with its multi-attack. It's going to do a claw swipe. Oh, crit. Ruh-roh.
Sorry about
Uh, Just for the purpose of it, right now my AC is for some reason at 10. I don't know what's happening. Like it was a 16 if I recall. Like yeah,
I'm
it should
not
be a
sure.
16.
Is your
So is it
armor
okay?
off or something?
I don't have any armor, so that's why I'm a bit confused. I'll just put it back at 16, like it was.
So you attempt a silvery barbs. Let's see. So he's gonna do a reroll. You spend your reaction.
I give myself the advantage.
19 will still strike.
But that's not a critical.
Not a critical. Hitting you for 15 damage.
Or a little bit because a bit less because parry.
Alright. So you reduce it a bit.
By 4.
Okay, so 11 damage. Second claw attack is now at advantage because you're wounded. It
I'm
seems
not.
to smell blood as it suddenly goes into a frenzy.
Shites.
Oh, with advantage, that is a crit.
For fuck's sake. Okay,
I can't do anything. Sorry.
that's fine.
24 damage. As it slashes
God,
you
yes.
again. And since it
God
hit
damn.
with both of its claws, you are grappled. So it grabs onto you and then lunges forward, trying to deliver a vicious bite, again at advantage. 9 becomes 24, so that will hit.
What the? Christ. Okay.
For 8 piercing and 8 necrotic. So 16.
16.
And that is
Okay.
it for the creature, as you two
Bye-bye.
just went nuts on each other. But this creature is close to death, luckily. Oliver.
Okay.
So it looks like it's getting ready to just
I've got a-
continually bite at your...
I've got advantage, so Eldritch Blast on the. Actually, before I do this,
Alright, so
I'll
first shot
move a
is at
little.
advantage.
I'll
First
move a little so that Dotal's not in my way, so I get better angle.
Can you
Uh,
exit or something like that?
So you would have to be one more
Like-
forward to get rid of the cover. You would still have light cover from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
so
moved.
yeah.
So it was there. Yeah. Okay. Eldritch Blast. Advantage to that. 21.
Oh,
Second
yeah.
one.
21 will strike. Doing 9.
Gets pushed back 10
Wow.
feet.
That will actually take it down.
Let's
Alright.
go!
As the creature flies back, slamming into the rocks. Kind of twitches a bunch and then just
And then
Insane.
bonus action healing word on Dotal.
Thank you.
So combat
Like-
ends.
Stop being fucking stupid. You get 7.
I'm sorry. I'm the one who almost killed it in one turn.
They're also the one who nearly got fucking munched on by it.
That's fine. Just a flesh wound.
Alright, so yeah, the creature is slain. What do you all want to do? That was, I guess
I wanna-
religion might tell you something about that creature, if anyone
Yeah.
has it.
I want to examine it because this is not something Oliver's ever seen before.
It almost looks like some sort
second one
of
in the
giant
meanwhile.
creature was corrupted and turned into some kind of ghoul. Alright, so Oliver, you would know that the Langhast, give you some flavor text on it. It is, let's see. One of the more powerful undead, usually once they are imbued with magic over time, they grow in size and ferocity. Definitely hunters as well as corpse eaters, like their brethren. These ghasts are very vulnerable to sunlight and radiant energy. Not so much to cold damage and bludgeoning damage, even from magical sources, they can resist it.
Yeah. Oh, but there's a giant cloud covering the city, right?
Yes, so this area is protected from the sun, much like the city itself. It's probably why it can sleep out here in the hay. But yeah, these things are very dangerous. Usually, like killing everything within a certain radius of where they have their lair. Usually, like vampires, more just coming out at night.
So let's just make this place even scarier. Holy.
You can collect essence from them if you want.
Yes, because Melody can do stuff with it, so yeah, we will.
Okay, so
Are there any body parts that are good from it? Like, I don't know, an
The
ear
hooker
or
something
something?
well, that's
small,
kind
right?
of represented in essence. You just gather like the residual magics from it. None of its
Yeah.
parts in particular you think are necessary for, yeah, or at least not that you know of. So it would be
Okay.
a greater Ghast of Ling. There's 50 Maho, and the CR is 8 for
Damn.
the essence.
That's a CRA creature that we.
I'll put
Damn.
that in the bag of holding.
You need to make an. Yeah, you need to throw in the bag holding. Don't accidentally
Yeah,
throw it in the
I
camp.
mean, to be fair, I don't think most fights you'll get 4 crits in one turn, so don't count on that always happening. But, yeah. So what do you
Quick,
want
check
to
his
do?
dice. Check if they're weighted.
Yeah. Roll 20 dice are weighted. I know, because I've had combats where I roll like 5 crits in a row as the DM.
Yeah.
It's all BS
But
dice.
RNG, this is on. Was on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Today he was on your side. So yeah, you collect the
especially
essence.
especially since like I'm
Yeah,
more
Oliver is.
powerful. Yeah, go on. Pardon. Sorry.
No. I'm just saying Oliver is connecting the essence. That was it.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so what do you want?
But yeah, I'm probably the best. Like, I'm probably the one that gains the most out of a critical hit because I do the additional damage dices.
Well, that's if you go first, right? If you go before
Yeah.
everyone else.
True.
Like up to every turn after that, it's not as good, right?
True. That being said, is there anything else on like the corpse itself, or in the haystack? Perhaps
So
a needle?
you look around. There's nothing else of value, but you would see a trail. Some signs of passage possibly showing you where it came from.
Okay.
But no, nothing else in terms of like items.
So what was it? A greater lang, CRA, and how much did we get?
How much essence? Or wait, what were you asking?
It's a greater lang, CRA. I just can't remember how much essence we got.
50 Maho. Yeah. Alright, so you, I assume, continue on towards the gate entrance.
Let's do it.
Alright, so you would enter the city from north. As you walk through the threshold there, on the other side, it looks like you are in some sort of small, like, residential district. It's up here. Nearby, there is a large structure that seems abandoned. What do you want to
Right.
do?
Well,
You do see in the mists there are lots of creatures roaming around. And every now and then, like a set of yellow eyes looks out at you, but they're all pretty far away at the time being, or for the time being. Nothing seems to be approaching just yet.
I think we stick to the original plan and go counterclockwise, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin traveling deeper into the residential area, passing by what looks like an old inn that's abandoned. It's boarded up, and yeah, again, you see like a bunch of creatures in the windows moving about. Though so far they've avoided you. Where are you headed towards? Just around the side of this city?
I think we're heading, if I remember correctly, we're heading to the church or the cathedral.
Okay.
Yeah, we're heading counterclockwise to the cathedral.
All right. So it's kind of hard to see with the mist. You still kind of have a idea of what's around you. In the distance as you're traveling, you would see a horde of ghouls kind of moving along the south area. Give me a. Are you going to try to avoid them, or do you want to just engage them?
I'd say avoid if we can.
Yeah.
Give me some stealth checks. I'll take up to 2 checks from the group.
Dotro's Dex. If you want Dotro and Damien's Dex are probably better for you
Bunch
guys.
of crits, but can't do very well on those stealth checks for some reason.
Give and take.
Yeah.
The dice
So-
giveth and taketh away.
Yeah, luckily these ghouls don't seem very perceptive. Damien quickly points out a couple of spots as you all hide, and they would continue on through the area. What do you want to do?
Keep going, baby.
All right, so you
We
continue
don't
traveling.
stop.
Again, there are a bunch of neighborhoods that you're kind of moving through, all of them seemingly with undead moving through them. The smaller, like 1 or 2 ghouls, kind of avoid you. It looks almost like they're waiting for an opportunity for like a horde to pounce, but they're not engaging in singles, which is kind of
Now
odd
they can
behavior.
sense the power difference.
No, ghouls don't usually. Ghouls will usually just attack anything they see. Give me an insight or a knowledge arcana if you have either. You can make one.
I'm not proficient in either.
I have.
You can make an insight.
Which one are you better at?
Sure, I'll make an untrained insight.
Or actually religion. Sorry, not arcana. I forget these are undead. I'll use arcana too. So you would believe that something else might be controlling these, Oliver. They're not acting like a normal ghouls, or like normal ghouls should act. Almost like maybe something is watching you through their eyes.
I say because we've never seen them with yellow eyes before, have we? Or is that normal for
That's
them?
normal. Ghouls usually have yellow eyes. You just haven't seen them be this docile. Like usually even single ghouls or 1 or 2 ghouls will still rush you because they're usually just feral.
Yeah. Oliver will say that just like, they're acting really, they're mindful in this, because normally they'd be rushing us all as soon as they see us.
Well, I don't
Which
want
I
to
don't
fuck around
like,
and find out what's controlling them.
Which I don't like because it means that there's someone intelligent behind this. Either behind this or took advantage of it, which I'm not a fan of either.
Alright, so as you are talking, a raven will suddenly fly down to the house roof, looking down at you and going, caw, caw, just kind of staring at you.
How close is it to us?
It's like 20 feet away, just up on the roof.
Cool. I'm going to minor illusion it into a cloud of blackness.
So you cast Minor Illusion. Go ahead and link it. And a little cloud, 5-foot cloud of darkness appears around it. It freaks out a little and kind of flies upward, trying to get out, cawing again. Then it flaps there for a moment, and then just flies away. Caw, 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 into the distance.
Don't like this even more because that bird should have flown the fuck off the minute I did that cloud. Not flown up, looked at us, then waited.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I guess so.
No point in sticking around and finding out.
Alright, so you continue traveling. And you said you're trying to avoid danger, right? Like just not be seen.
Yeah, we're just scouting for now.
So give me another couple of stealth checks.
Sure. One day I'll roll well.
Again, I'll take up to 2. So 13 and 12. Alright.
Sorry, Oliver. Sorry.
Okay.
No, if it's noise related, it's a 23 because my boots have all been kind.
It would kind of be both, unfortunately, because you're moving through the streets. So noise and sight would be in play. So... let me check something. Oh. So you would see... well, you would hear it first, kind of like a roar of sorts. As one of those laying ghasts comes through the street. Luckily, it doesn't seem to notice you as you're kind of moving quietly through the area below. Do you want to do anything, or just let it keep going?
If it looks like it's gonna just pass by, stay the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
He's sort of moving through the streets north of you. As I said, he doesn't seem to notice you, but he would enter into the house here.
Damn, I thought those things are huge.
They're like 10
Wait,
feet or so.
Damn.
So it squeezed through the door for whatever reason. Looked like it may have been searching around for food. Maybe another ghoul to eat or something.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Alright, so you continue south.
I really hope the other group hasn't run into one of them.
I get sending stone them. I abort, stay at camp, abort, stay at camp.
So you come by another grouping of large houses. These might be just like upper class houses from when the city existed. In one of them, you would notice a strange dark miasma flowing from one of the windows, and a bunch of noise from within, as if maybe this house has a lot of ghouls inside it. So far, they haven't noticed you, but Oliver, I'll say with your passive perception, 16, as you're kind of walking past, you would notice one of the rooms has what looks like some sort of dark crystal pulsing with energy, kind of just on top of one of the desks inside the house.
From where I can see already, I can see that.
Sorry, Dotor. I keep confusing names today.
Okay.
Dotor would notice that.
Okay.
Actually, with 14, I'll say you notice it too. It's not that hard to spot, so both of you would see it. Just kind of like inside, through one of the windows, it looks like it might be a study of some kind. On the desk, there is this strange-looking dark crystal. But there's definitely danger inside that house. You hear a lot of them moving around.
You want to know
Let
how
me
to
see
use
the
the
crystal
laptop?
itself.
Hmm?
Let me see the crystal itself.
So the crystal, and have you encountered dark crystals like this before? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we have 2 of them in our bag of holder.
Oh,
Oh, we have
so
to.
yes, this would look very similar to those.
Is the window open?
Okay.
No, the window's shut.
It's not.
It's
Is it
actually
glass or is it
partially
like wood?
boarded up as well.
Is
The
there a
window's
gap
glass.
in the boards at all, or are the boards solid?
You would probably have to remove them to climb in unless you were a small creature.
So,
Oh,
okay. This is
good
what I'm
work,
thinking.
please through it, right?
Wait,
So
this
this
is what
thing-
this is what I'm thinking. Can I minor illusion like a cardboard box over it, and then mage hand and start levitating it out? Well, is there a gap big enough that it can fit through?
So to do that, you would have to open the window for line of effect.
Okay. Okay. I can't see through the glass or through the broken.
Well, you
boards
can
to
see through
do
it.
it.
You just
Alright.
can't put magic through glass. There would have to be like a space for the magic to flow, basically, like a decent sized space.
Okay.
You can check the rocks at the windows.
But at least in that room,
I don't want to get it that badly.
Yeah, well, I think
don't
we
wanna-
just write it down
Yeah.
mentally. And
Yeah, all right. Like, if I thought we were going past, I would have, but I'm just like, no.
Alright, let me. I think I have something I can use to represent it on the map. Do I? Could have sworn I did. Do I have something for crystal? Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'll put a marking here. So then you kind of know that you saw that in this house. So you said you're going to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you leave it for now, worried about attracting attention. Give me some more stealth checks. Again, up to 2 of you.
at least I'm consistent.
Like,
I can do it if you want.
We gotta
Well,
roll 2.
Unfortunately, as you are moving
They
through
both
the
did.
ruins, you're not surprised because they're not very stealthy, but a group of armored ghouls starts to approach. I think you've seen these type of ghouls before, right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
iron ghouls, yes, if they're the same.
These, however, have different armor type, or a different armor type, and they have a strange symbol on their armor. As they approach menacingly, crossbows out, one of them would yell, "Purge the intruders. Isaac must be protected." Give me a moment to get us a map.
What kind of armor are they wearing?
I think they're wearing scale or split. I can double check in a moment. So you are approaching from the north. It's Damien, Tor, and Oliver. And they would be coming around from the south. So there are 3 of them. Go ahead and give me initiative rolls. Remember to select your token.
I'm gonna ambush. So,
Okay, so you spend
where is it?
a dice
Where is it?
for the ambush ability.
Fuck. Ah. Oh, that's 15 instead of 13.
Alright, sorry.
Could be
my,
better. Could be worse.
I think just reset. Give me a moment. I'm coming back in. Alright, so the first act is going to be one of the Iron Ghouls. So it raises up its crossbow. It's going to fire at, I'll say Damien, because he's right out in the open. Well, all you are, but he's firing at Damien. Crossbow shot. That would be a 10. Alright, so the bolt whizzes past you. He growls and starts to reload. Oliver.
All right. All I got. So the. Oh, wow.
Their AC is 16, by the way.
The one who's. That's cool. All right, cool. The one who is 55 feet away from me, who's got the red dot on, who just fired at Damien. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on his armor.
Alright, so you do some chanting as his armor is engulfed in flame, becoming extremely hot. He will yell angrily and say, "Bring him down," pointing over at you.
Right.
So you deal 12 damage to him.
Then I run this way. And I do Bardic Inspiration to Dotor, because Dotor's going to go up and get in melee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Give him an inspiration.
That's that done.
And
Don't
that is
fucking
it for
die!
Dotor.
I run. Yep.
So I'm gonna move 30 feet. And main action, gonna punch him.
Oh, alright. Well, that is another crit.
He hasn't taken a turn yet, so that's damage again.
Alright, so
Second attack of action.
No,
Oh, an
that
8
is
wound
going
hit.
to miss.
And I'm gonna flurry of blow. So first action, 16 does
That
connect if I
will
recall.
just hit, yep.
And that's
Five,
a
eight,
2d6 again.
14.
And second attack.
Yeah, 17 will connect as well.
Oh, that's true. For the attack that I miss, would it be okay if I were to use my Bardic?
At this point, it would be a
Or
little
is it too late?
Yeah, you have to wait for
I-
the next.
I
Sorry,
would
Oliver.
keep it in case. No. I was more saying remember to put the token on you because I want you to use it more for saves.
Saves and stuff. Yeah.
You will
Yes.
hit most of the time. I'm not worried about you hitting. It's
Mm,
more like for you saving on stuff.
true. And as for my second attack of my Flurry of Blows, that's 8 plus 4. And he's gonna get knocked prone. So that's a dex save, please.
So he will attempt to resist. Dex save. 10 will fail. Ugh, he is knocked to his knees.
Yes. Perfect. And he can't take any reaction anyway, so I'm gonna move back a little. So just for the purpose of it, that's 10, that's 20. So, I guess I'll move back here.
Okay.
I cannot do that. Sorry, well, I was here. That's 25, 15. So I'll move back here.
Alright, so your
Sorry about that.
turn ends. This one, who has his crossbow out, is going to move 30. Oh, wait, do I have the correct spacing on? No, I do not. That makes sense. Let me change that because I don't think he can get to you. Yeah, so he moves 30 feet to
The
here.
reason I'm hiding behind stuff.
He is gonna. Yeah, you have good cover with those trees. He's gonna take a shot at Dotor with his crossbow. 19.
Just look at him. Shoot me. 19?
Yeah, which I assume you're gonna
Okay,
reaction
I don't
this.
mind. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna reaction this.
Catch it.
Yeah. All
Catch
right.
it.
So you go to. Are you trying to catch it or just deflect it?
Just deflect.
All right. So with your reaction, he does 5, which I think you can easily deflect. So you
Oh
go 20.
yeah.
Alright, so you just kind of knock it aside as he shoots. Alright, that's it for him. This one who you punched is going to stand up. And he is going to move 15 feet. At which point he drops his crossbow. And pulls out his glaive off of his back. So I'm just going to stick this on the floor here. And he is going to take 3 swings at you with the glaive. So he seems to be much more effective with this. Ooh, 23.
Ah, nice. Okay, wait. Okay.
So he connects with his first glaive swing for 8 slashing. Yeah, I can mark that guy. That was this guy back here. Could do a little fire on him.
Just so I remember which one I've got. Concentrating on.
So he takes a second attack. 13 will miss as you dodge to the side. And,
Perfect. For the first attack, you didn't say how much damage
oh, sorry,
he
8
made.
slashing.
8 slashing?
Yeah.
I can't get a reaction because it's the end of my turn. Shame.
Yeah, you are still out of an reaction because you used your deflect
Yeah.
missile. And third attack.
Shame.
Oh, natural 1, so he stumbles a bit and just swings wild. That's it for him. Damien.
I want to take 2 shots at the one with the glaive.
Alright, the one who's attacking Dotor. Dink. Alright,
Yes.
that's gonna bounce off his armor unless you got a dice.
Nah. 2?
Oh,
Hey, let's
crit
go.
on the second, though.
The amount of crits today.
31. Nasty hit. Alright. So he stumbles
Yeah,
back,
I need
taking a direct hit to his chest armor.
Yeah, and then I can get cover here, yeah?
Yeah, you can go behind the tree.
Yeah. And I take cover here. And then my turn.
Alright. So, new round, but you would hear a roar coming from the west as a creature moves around the rocks over there into view.
Oh, that's scary. I don't know what that is, but that's scary. It's fine.
Here, you haven't seen it before, so let me give you a picture. Oh, well, before I do that, I hate that they just show all the information in the description? I always have to. Alright, so this is what it looks like. A very large ghoul, kind of shambling towards the group. A gaping maw with like all these bits of flesh hanging out of it.
Nasty bastard.
Yeah, pretty much. So, new round. The Iron Ghoul goes first. He's gonna move 30 feet up to here. Drop his crossbow. Pulling out his glaive as well. So, glaive swipe at Dotor. 17, I believe, strikes.
Yep.
So you are cut for another 8. Dotor is below. Or yeah, what do you got?
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out. What did you say?
Fuck.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
You good?
Yeah, no, my thing's just being a pain in the ass. Does he make his con save for heat metal?
That's on your turn. You deal damage. I think
No, it's about the attack. It's the
Oh,
yeah,
if he gets
it is.
disadvantage? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't think I made that. So con save. No, he would fail, so he has a disadvantage. So 15 would miss you.
Let's go!
20 becomes a
Still at
13, so
disadvantage.
that would miss you. And
Let's go!
a third glaive attack. 15. Nope, that's gonna miss again. Oliver. So I believe at this point. his
I always forget that on
disadvantage
heat
goes away.
metal.
We love heat metal.
Every time I do it, he has to make the con save
Yeah, I know, but
because
at
it's the
least,
thing about.
For now,
yeah.
it would go away.
Yeah. Okay.
So once you do
Okay. So it
you have
is.
to
I need to
reroll.
remind myself. Yeah. All right. So I'll reapply it as my bonus action.
All right,
Oh,
so
it is, I need to
you
tell myself.
flame up your heat metal spell once more. Go ahead and roll 2d8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I always. Yeah. I also was looking at hold person, which isn't the same thing at all.
All right, so
3.
3
Wow.
fire.
Useful.
Hey, the
Oh.
effects of heat metal are pretty decent.
Con save.
No, they are.
Oh,
He
fails the
fails.
con saves. Once again, he is at disadvantage.
Oh. How much cover? The Ghoul Abomination's got too much cover from me. I'm gonna move. I worked it out. I can move over here, and I think if I move here, I can hit this guy at the back. I can't remember how much cover he has though.
He would have light
I'll give
cover
it a
from
shot.
you.
Cool. Then we're doing this.
Alright, 24 and, well, 17 would miss because of the cover, but 24 strikes. Doing
Okay,
8.
cool. He gets pushed back 10 feet, and then I use the rest of my movement to dive here. Hide. Well, not hide, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Cool.
behind cover. Alright, anything else?
Yeah.
Coward.
Howard, I'm the one.
No,
Whilst I'm
no.
not there, I'm doing it.
Two coward, not
Oh,
coward.
I thought you said coward. I was like, what? No, okay. No, that's my turn. Sorry.
Alright, Dotor.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do. So on the one that is wounded, I'll punch him. So main attack.
Yeah,
That's gonna.
that's missing by 1.
That's gonna. Yes. Do I?
It's up to you if you want to use the bardic. I just thought
Yeah.
keep it in case you have to make saves, but it is still there.
Yeah. At the same time, what we could do is actually like something that could be really funny is if I could manage to snatch up the two crossbows and just run around, wait until they burn.
Well, yeah, if
Wait.
you pick up their crossbows, they can't pick them back up themselves. Obviously.
So they gotta follow me. That could be an option. But yeah, I won't do
15's
that. I think.
missing. Are you letting that one go?
Yeah, fuck
All
it.
right. So
Yeah.
your first punch is a miss. Oh, now 12 is gonna miss as well.
Yeah. Do I actually? Yeah. Yeah. 3 of blows. So first one, that's a crit.
Who is this on? The wounded one.
The one that is, yeah. So the one at the bottom.
Alright, so
So
a solid punch for
this one.
11. Oh, but 10 is
Fucking
gonna
hell.
miss. The scales are going the other way now because you murdered that
Yep.
gas so quickly. Alright, anything else?
And I'm gonna move 40 feet this way.
Alright, that will give them both oppies.
Yep. I know.
Alright, so the first one will spend his reaction to swing his glaive. Just misses with a 15. Second one spends his reaction. Oh, 23, I believe, will strike you.
That with
Yep.
disadvantage?
Oh, right, disadvantage. I keep forgetting. 10 will miss.
Yeah.
So
Technically,
luckily-
also I should have applied a open hand technique thing, but yeah.
Oh,
It's fine.
for hitting that one guy? Yeah, if you do that, he wouldn't get a reaction.
It didn't-
Just be the other.
Yeah, but
Alright,
doesn't matter, you know.
so Dotor's turn is ending. The ghoul with his crossbow still out is going to fire at Oliver. You have cover, so +2 AC. Oh, 25. That is probably going to hit you.
9, 20. Even if the shield, that will give me 25, so no, he will hit. So yeah.
Alright, so 12 piercing. Good roll
Okay.
damage. And I need a Constitution save to hold your spell.
Yep. Which I get an advantage because of Warcaster. Specifically because keep holding shit. Yeah, we're good.
Alright, so 15 would make it. You hold your spell.
Yep.
This ghoul is going to move. Well, let me check. Can he get to you? Not yet. So he's going to pick up his crossbow.
Shoot me! Shoot me!
And for now, he's just going to move 30 feet north towards Damien.
I knew I should have picked them up. Fuck.
And then he's going to dash to here, dropping his crossbow again.
Pick up the crossbow. Got away.
That is it for him. Damien. Looks like he's coming at you.
So he has no weapon in his hand?
He has his glaive.
Oh, he held it in one hand and then picked up the crossbow,
Yeah,
right?
it's a two-hander, but you can hold a glaive in one hand if you're not.
Yeah.
That's why he dropped the crossbow at the end of his turn, so he could oppie if he needed to.
Yeah, alright.
Take
so
the weapon and run
5
away.
feet this
Take
way.
the damage.
You could, although then you'd have a crossbow in your hand. I think Damien already has his bow in
Stash
his
it.
one hand.
Yeah.
Stash it.
Or you could
Break
do
it,
a
otherwise.
point-blank shot with the bow at disadvantage.
so I can move here and still be in his attack
Yes,
range,
'cause
right? And I won't be
'cause he has
taking
a
an oppie.
glaive. Yeah, that's true.
Alright, then I'll just shoot him here, and I won't be at disadvantage.
Alright, so you back up, taking a shot as he gets ready to stab you.
I'll
Oh.
precision this one.
Alright. You need a 4 to confirm.
One move attack, what's another attack? It's a 50-50 chance. Oh,
Just made it.
perfect.
So 19, which will put him to badly wounded.
Pick up the crossbow.
I'll use
He's
my
at a range for the
only.
crossbow now.
Yeah, I'll use my only inspiration point here for my next attack. I'm gonna use my inspiration for the next attack.
You're gonna use your for advantage. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll use another.
No.
I'll use another precision, I guess.
Okay, another precision. Again, 4 to confirm.
50-50 chance. Let's see. There you go.
So that would strike him. Second arrow now sticking out of him. He is still up, just barely though. Doesn't look like he can take much more.
I like the surge.
All right, you spend your action surge, firing. I
Give him
assume a
again.
third shot. Yeah,
Yes.
17 just hits. That is gonna drop him.
And I'll use my last attack on this guy here.
Alright, you fire a shot to the south. Yeah, 20 will strike. Doing nice damage. So that is 26.
And I'll use my last 10 feet of movement to hide in this bush, I guess. Does this bush give me cover?
It would give you light cover, yeah. I mean, are you hiding
yeah,
or are
I'll-
you just like using it as cover?
I'm just using it as cover.
Alright, so yeah, it would give you like concealment basically. Which is the same thing. It's
Yeah, I'm
plus
just
2.
using it for cover. Yeah, I'll
Alright,
just use it for the plus to cover.
so the ghoul abomination is gonna come charging this way. Let me make sure I have its speed correct. Yeah, it's 40 feet, 30, so it's fast. So it's 40 feet, and then it's gonna dash to here, as the tree would be difficult terrain. New round, but this is where we have to end. So let's do MVP votes. We'll pick it up next time as the group is fighting its way through Isaac, seeking out Blackwood.
Well, fighting.
So Dotor with 2 votes, your MVP, so you gain another inspiration.
Let's go. Those 5, was it like 5 or 6 crit?
A lot of
Kinda
crits today.
Kind of insane, gotta be honest.
That was a lot of crits.
I calculate those.
Does anyone
One-
else want to claim any inspiration? Alright.
Perhaps the little moment with Melody and praying.
Does that relate to anything in your background, just out of curiosity?
Oh, background. No,
Doesn't have
Demon
to.
is just a follower of player.
Like any of your traits for your character?
I guess not really.
So I got 6 crits.
Yeah, let me
That's
take a look.
insane. What's the average? Like 1 out of 20 time. Is it time 6 or would be well, not squared, but like
With 6.
to the 6, yeah.
I would say it kind of relates to your first one, so I'll give you inspiration for that.
Alright.
Caring about her and
Feel free
Shocky
the one I
on
just
the
used.
station.
You peasants.
Yeah. Damien has a heart. He's a noble with a heart.
As
Okay.
opposed to Oliver, who's literally just like, don't worry, we can fix him later.
Right.
Fix him later. Now, I'm just taking notes, but if you guys want to hang out or take off, good game. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So
What
just-
level did you get creator restoration at, Oliver?
I don't know 100%. I'm trying to think. I want to say it's like. Give me a sec.
There's a quick Google search.
just for the fun of it,
It won't be for a while.
that's
5th level spell. And
percentage.
that's
Well,
you should be
it's
level
roll
9 in
20.
your.
It's roll 20.
Like,
Well-
I know, but
Quote
That's
unquote
insane.
12?
randomness. I don't believe.
Yeah, but
computers
that's-
do random
Well-
very well.
In fairness, I
it's
don't.
not
I actually have to be level 10 because I'm dipped into Warlock.
Oh, okay. But
And
that's
Dotor's
9th level
using
part, though,
weighted
right?
Dice.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
Makes more
I'm
sense.
Effective
gonna
system.
get. I am gonna get Greater Restoration because it's a really good spell, but
Mhm. It's 2 more levels.
half of my priority though.
That was pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
alright.
Sorry,
You
but
got like 150 damage or something crazy like that.
yeah. That's why that build is really powerful. As soon as you get like level 5 in fighter, like 5 like in monk,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's
I
when you
remember
get
when,
this second attack per an action, then it gets to overdrive. Because before that, it's like okay, decent, but it's not the best. Like basically, I'm doing as much as much damage as a level 20 fighter with the rapier.
yeah, well, that's
Like-
if you go before them, right?
Pardon?
They haven't had. That's if they
It's for
haven't had
one
their turn,
round.
right? Yeah.
No, I'm talking general. Like if I were to do an action and like my flurry blow, only that I'm doing as much damage as a level 20 fighter with a rapier. Then you add because it's
it would
4
depend on
attacks
the
as a
fighter's
fighter.
build too. Are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, like a straight fight, like a straight, I don't know, champion fighter, like a basic fighter.
Well,
Like
fighter.
who doesn't like who doesn't do action surge? Like I do as many attacks as him. Like I do 4 attacks per turn.
Well, that's with
Which is
flurry of blows,
insane.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
that's
3
using
without.
resource. Like monks all do that. That's yeah, that's just a monk
Yeah.
thing. They just hit a lot. But you do have what is it you attack with? A rapier, you said?
Well, if I was comparing to like a level 20 fighter who attack with a rapier.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to go crossbow expert and then just shoot a whole bunch of times with a hand crossbow.
Classic
Uh,
build.
Yeah, but we got this longbow and it was super good. So I just stuck with longbow.
Yeah. This is
Well,
pretty...
you just need to find like
Oh, go ahead.
you're repeating mod or something, like something to make it repeating, and you'll
Well,
be good
I was
to
gonna
go.
go crossbow expert instead of lucky, but like I said, we got the
Like-
we got the longbow.
Could generally just like dip 2 levels into artificer just for the purpose of getting repeating
I
like
don't have
shot.
the intelligence requirement.
Ah, shame. because that could have been a good idea.
You know, I kind of wanted to dip into paladin for flavor.
Yeah.
I don't have the strength requirement.
Ah. Could
Yeah,
always
you
go
could always
monk.
do that. Try and get. You could always try and get gauntlets of ogre of giant strength, and then you're fine.
Yeah, we did have a pair, but it was on Co.
It's on mine.
Then he left.
I have the
No,
gauntlets
this was
as well.
before yours. Yeah, this was
Okay.
before yours. Not right though.
Well,
Yeah, like I said, that was an impressive first round by Totor.
yeah. Impressed by myself too.
I
Mhm,
want
go on.
more magical ammunition. We've encountered +1 arrows before, and I used them all in the fight with what's her face from the Bloodhound.
Oh,
Oh,
Cithril?
Cithril.
Sentinel, yeah. I want more +1 arrows. They're so
Yeah, you
good,
gotta find the recipe and then you can just make those.
right? Oh my god.
You could always just smear the arrows in feces. Yeah, they would do like plus a
For
D4.
disease,
That's
disease poison
just
damage.
for-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. That's something that could be done. Like disease
Yeah,
does.
I want to kill them, but like
Although they wouldn't
2
do
months
anything
from now.
to undead.
But-
Undead are immune to
I
disease.
was saying it's not going to do anything to the undead.
True.
But
I don't
actual
know.
living
You
foes,
ask
it-
an SMR to shit. Perhaps it has like radiant damage bonus.
Yeah,
It's
most
holy
undead-
shit for a reason.
No, there's no holy poop.
He's kind of very holy priest.